All right, it is Sunday, April 28th. It's in the PM. Doesn't matter. We're starting some more work on the blaster. Got it right here. So currently I am chopping off this, just making it square just so I can seat in this. You can see the mess that I'm making right now. So we're just trying to chop off this half so then we can seat it. Here, I'll take you. Right there. So that should go in nicely, as far as I can tell. Update you soon. All right, so I got a little bit more work done here. As you can see, I've kind of rounded off this section here, or squared off, I mean. So this entire, I don't know which camera, okay. But the mediator front pump shotgunny thing should fit nicely in this little notch here, and we'll just glue it in place with Odie's Fix-It Stick. It's been taking me through this project so far. This came out pretty well here, both ends. Everything seems to be pretty rock solid, actually. I really hope it sands nicely. It's kind of a mess, but we will hopefully try to make that shape up a little bit better. I know it's kind of globby everywhere, but yeah, it's going so well. I'm gonna square off this end right here, try to match it really well so it just fits in there. So see you when that progress is done. All right, everything's cut off, cleaned off, so it should line up pretty nicely actually. I'm kind of quite liking the look of this so far. So I'm just gonna try to finagle it. I'm probably gonna use some tape and just kind of tape it in place first, and then start using the Odie's Fix-It Stick to actually like tack it in place kind of. And then once it's like nicely aligned with the shell and everything, I'm gonna try to then like really just putty the heck out of it, make sure everything is lined up nice, and then so then I can actually take the thing apart all together with both halves. So, that's what I'm gonna do next. See you in the next part. All right, here's where we have right now. It's just kind of delicately taped together, kind of in the right area that I want it. So hopefully they add a little bit of putty to like right here, hopefully here, maybe somewhere in here, missing the screw, because I think that'd be helpful to have that to screw it together. We'll try to see what we can do here. All right, so the process for this Odie's Fix-It Stick is it comes in a tube, you've seen it, and it's like there's like a lighter bit and it's wrapped around a darker bit of resin, or this resin? No, it's epoxy putty. And you have to really mix it good. I recommend wearing gloves. And you just kind of keep mixing it until it's about a consistent color. But you got to do it quick because it only has a work time of about 2 to 5 minutes, it says. So once you kind of get it a consistent like gray, kind of like this, a little better, but a whole lot of time. So I'll start doing this. It's about halfway through this. Then you can just kind of break off little bits of it and just kind of start applying it here. Okay, I can show you this just because, oh, that's a nice shot. Look at you go. But then I just kind of mold it in there until it kind of melds with everything, and just to kind of try to get it to fill in there. And it also helps if you have gloves on so you don't leave fingerprints. Notice that also kind of not look so nice. This is actually getting a good bond. I don't know about this one. I guess we'll find out. But so, yep. So that kind of lines up. Like you can see the seams, two blasters kind of line up together. And then at the front here, the front gun and that should be kind of lined up. But yeah, that's what we've got so far. And I think it looks pretty good because it kind of shoulders nice. And I think it looks pretty good. I I think it'll, I mean, the lines right here aren't the greatest, but I can of course fill it in with putty a little bit. But I'm liking how it looks so far. It's getting close. I like how this kind of lined up together. I mean, of course it's not perfect. It's a little bit up and then down. I know Mr. Nathan, he never liked that, and I kind of agree. But it was about as close as I could get it, just because I think things worked out better, straighter in my head, but it just kind of didn't work out that way. And this is my first integration, so why not? You know, let's try something. Never tried anything like this before, so I'm excited. Oh, saw another thing. I think I'm gonna fill this. See, there's a hole straight through. I might keep it, I don't know, but just little things now. Hopefully I can get this somewhat nice sanded, and then I can get it going for the MergeMaster competition. So thanks for joining me so far. See you in a second. All right, here's what we're working with so far. I've just kind of puttied this whole thing up. Just tried to really just secure it together as best I can with just putty. So hopefully it actually holds. I'm actually not quite sure if it will, but so yeah, just really tried to cake it in there as much as I could. Really press it in. And the lines are looking pretty good right now. I know this kind of looks awful up here, but I don't really know what to do anyways, because it just the way that this mediator battery got cut off. So that'll look, I don't know, but we'll fix it later. Fix it in post. But yeah, that's the progress update. And you can see it's looking pretty decent, like shell line wise here. And then up here, I promise, it's lined up decently. It's kind of hard to tell where the lines are there, but see, everything here is looking pretty good. So I'm excited for that. So I guess I'll see you in 15 minutes when it sets up. I guess it'll be a second for you, but I want to take a second and say thanks to Mr. Nathan for actually making this series, actually, or the contest, I guess, to actually take place. I listened to the podcast or the live stream tonight, and it's been pretty interesting to see all the other entries and everything else been going through and everything, how to get through this. But I'm excited for my build, and it's gonna be pretty cool. This is my first time ever actually trying to actually integrate anything, so hopefully it actually comes out. I'm actually quite surprised, actually, how much this thing has actually come together. I didn't actually expect it to actually go this well, but it's been going pretty well so far, so this is awesome. Alright, as most things are getting to be a little bit more choppy and like kind of, I don't know what the word is, but like getting more rapid and like, quick, do it, quick, cut it, just do it, just, you know, feeling more like Adam Savage when he always said that the done is the enemy of perfection, and I would rather be done right now. So there, on the original long shot, there used to be the jam door, and it used to be much longer than this. It was basically squared off, but I've been just using these loppers and just kind of cutting as I go to try to, instead of, because it used to just kind of slide back and forth, but I just kind of want to cover up this sort of ugly looking just inside part, and I'm getting real close. Gosh, it's hard to do with just one hand. Come on, line up, dang you. Right. But it's starting to look like it's gonna almost fit in there. So I'm gonna keep working at this. Just wanted to kind of give a progress update before I got too far. Maybe you need to cut more off here. I don't know, but kind of see how that kind of fits in there. But we'll keep working. All right, so yep, I just kind of kept trimming it, and it looked pretty ugly, and then I put a bunch of putty on it, and now it looks a lot better. But yeah, so I realized that on the inside, I don't want to take it apart right now, but on the inside there was the original Raven barrel lug. So I just kind of like shaved off the top of it, where, you know, it was kind of like a circle. I just shaved off the top part of it, so this cover would fit. I realized I didn't really need the barrel lug. It's just the connection point between the long shot original barrel. Actually, I think the original, I think I actually pieced together like the connection from right here to the end of the barrel with, I think, the long shot front gun like barrel. I took that out and I just like, because I think it was longer than this one, because I think the actual like long shot like main gun barrel ended about here, but I needed it to go like halfway in between here. So kind of pieced that all together, and yeah. So, but anyways, this cover, I just kept kind of trimming it until it fit pretty decently. You can kind of see how rough it kind of got, because I literally just using loppers and I just kept cutting it. But now it fits and looks pretty good, so let's let this dry now. Alright, well, the keen-eyed of you in the last video would have been able to see an issue with the jam door that I hastily resolved. See, now if you glue both sides without a midsection to split it, like I did, and let hard, you need a midsection. So I had to just kind of hacksaw it with a Dremel, just kind of hack it in half. And sort of, but it's still, I don't know how I even did that, honestly, because it's still, oh yeah, because right here it was still together, so it's all still one unit now. Just kind of, well, anyways, I might just leave it just as a reminder to think before you do stuff sometimes, but oh well. I mean, I think I considered naming it Wrath, and I think that might honestly go with the build. So maybe we'll just keep it. But anyways, that's what I did, a little bit of progress. Now I puttied, and then while I had it in half trying to dry both sides, I re-puttied a lot of the insides that just needed to get ladder added. And I took off my gloves because it was kind of sticking to my gloves, but so I got fingerprints in these ones, but that doesn't really matter because it's on the inside. Same thing with over here. Kind of kind of just make sure the bond between these two halves are excuse me, are a little bit better, just like more constructed. So I'm letting this dry. It's really burning through the tubes of this stuff, but it's good stuff. It's just hard to delineate between everything, but you know, it dries hard and it seems like it's doing good. So alright, let's get a little bit of a drag action here. I'm gonna tease this out of here. Alright, but seriously, I am trying to now just disassemble everything here on the inside and start prepping it for sanding before I start painting it. So we're gonna try to get this thing done, actually. The deadline is getting pretty close, so we're, yep. Also getting rid of this, which I don't really know the whole science behind, but I feel like it doesn't actually help or do anything, so I'm going to remove it. Yeet! I hope this isn't too hard to see, but I'm in the sanding phase, so I scratched off all that lettering and the warnings, and oh, missed some there, but it's not done. But you know, I scratched out the Ravenfire, got the Nerf logo. I'll probably do that with sandpaper, it'll probably just be easier. But got a sanding block and gonna hit it with some 180 grit, and then I think with 120 grit. I got both. I'll see if that, I think that's the correct order. Oh, just gotta scratch out that really good. Anyways, sanding. Alright, I think that'll do it for tonight. It is late. But I have scratched off most of like the big stuff, like the big letters of like, oh, this is a Nerf blaster. But like this, it looks like it's that big, but it's very, very smooth here. I mean, I'm gonna eventually get more sanding done, but for tonight I'm gonna call her. Just all I have to do left now is just sand it. Shoot, missed that one. That's okay. But like most of them, are getting pretty good. But yeah, just take the Dremel, knock off the big stuff. Also, which I think was kind of interesting, is that this is like very raised here. And on this side, I really just kept shaving it down, and it's not raised like at all anymore. So that was kind of fun. I didn't know that. I don't know if I just break through, but so yeah, just more sanding. I screwed it together, so now it's like all in one piece. Not so plastic, but really enjoying the profile of this thing. Looks pretty good. Excited. So I have to just sand it, and I'll paint it red. So stay tuned for the next part. And I can see like I'm really digging the profile of this thing. Like its shoulder's nice and the sight picture is really good. I could even see maybe like the kind of like ripping off of the Hellhound, but I could see putting on that one. I think it's a modulus barrel attachment, but just a little something right here, make it profile look nicer. If I had more time, I think I would try to integrate like the front gun from the long shot, but as it stands, I don't hate it. I think it'll be good. But digging the profile so far, looks good.